Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling unheard, misunderstood, or overpowered, wishing you'd spoken up more clearly or confidently? The secret to making sure that doesn't happen again lies in assertive communication. It's not about being aggressive or dominating others. It's about speaking with clarity, confidence, and respect. Today, we'll dive into the techniques that help you express your thoughts with authority while maintaining respect for others. By the end of this video, you'll have actionable strategies to make sure your voice is heard, without stepping on anyone else's toes. Let's first debunk a common misconception. Being assertive isn't the same as being aggressive. Aggression comes from a place of control or intimidation, while assertiveness is about balance. It means expressing your needs and opinions clearly while being open to the needs of others. Assertive communication creates respect because it shows that you value both yourself and the person you're speaking with. The magic is in finding that middle ground. The first technique to master assertive communication is learning to own your message. Avoid words like "I think" or "I feel like," which can make your statements sound uncertain. Instead, use phrases like "I believe" or "I know." For example, instead of saying "I think we should try this approach," say "I believe this approach will give us the best results." It's a subtle shift, but it makes your message sound more confident and convincing. Now, let's talk about tone. Your words carry weight, but the way you say them carries even more. Assertive communication requires a tone that's firm but not harsh. Think of it as the difference between saying "I need this done" versus "I need this done, please." That slight tone adjustment makes a big difference. It shows that you're clear about your expectations without coming off as demanding. Practice finding that balance in your tone, and you'll notice people responding to you with more respect. Another key element of assertiveness is using I statements. These are game changers. When you express yourself with I statements, you take ownership of your feelings without placing blame on others. For example, instead of saying, "You're always interrupting me," say, "I feel frustrated when I'm interrupted." This shifts the focus from blaming to expressing your experience, which lowers defensiveness and keeps the conversation respectful and productive. Here's a powerful strategy that might surprise you: the broken record technique. If someone keeps trying to push back on your boundaries, you calmly and firmly repeat your stance like a broken record. For example, if a coworker insists you stay late, you can say, "I understand, but I won't be able to stay past my working hours." If they push again, repeat it. "I hear you, but I can't stay." The key is to stay calm and consistent. Over time, they'll get the message that you're serious, and the conversation won't escalate into conflict. Now, let's talk about the importance of body language in assertive communication. Your posture, gestures, and eye contact speak louder than your words. When you're assertive, you maintain eye contact without staring, stand tall, and avoid fidgeting. If you slouch or avoid eye contact, it signals insecurity, which can undermine your message. But when your body language is open and confident, it reinforces the authority in your words. Your audience will feel your presence without you needing to over-explain yourself. Here's another essential trick: set boundaries without apology. This doesn't mean being rude. It means being clear about what you're willing and not willing to do. For example, instead of saying, "Sorry, I can't help with that right now," say, "I won't be able to take that on right now, but I can revisit it later." Apologizing unnecessarily weakens your message, making it seem like you're unsure of your own boundaries. When you remove unnecessary apologies, your words carry more authority and are less likely to be questioned. And let's not forget the power of pauses. In conversations, silence can be your ally. When you pause before responding, it shows that you're thoughtful and intentional about your words. This pause can also make others pay closer attention to what you say next. It's a way of reclaiming control in conversations, especially when things get heated. Don't be afraid to let the silence hang for a moment. It's a subtle way of signaling that you're not rushed or easily flustered. But what happens when someone challenges your assertiveness? This is where assertive listening comes in. Assertive communication isn't just about speaking. It's also about listening actively and respectfully. If someone disagrees with you, instead of cutting them off or getting defensive, acknowledge their point and restate your stance calmly. For example, "I see where you're coming from, but I still believe this is the right direction. This shows that you respect their input without wavering on your position. And finally, remember, practice makes assertiveness natural. You won't become an assertive communicator overnight, especially if you've spent years being passive or overly accommodating. It takes time to shift your habits. Start with small, low-stakes conversations, maybe with friends or family, and work your way up to more challenging situations. With each interaction, you'll get more comfortable expressing yourself assertively, and soon, it will become second nature. Let's do a quick recap. Own your message with confident language. Use a balanced tone, and rely on I statements to express yourself without blame. Master the broken record technique to reinforce boundaries. Align your body language with your message, and stop apologizing for things you don't need to. Use pauses to create space in conversations. Practice assertive listening to handle disagreements. And most importantly, keep practicing. Assertiveness isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Communicating with assertiveness isn't just about getting what you want. It's about creating respect in every interaction. It shows people that you value yourself and that you value them too. If this video gave you some insight, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use these techniques. Stay confident, stay clear, and I'll catch you in the next one.